Why, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Anime Club. I'm Knick Knack. With me is the great Lord Vorn.
Hello, everybody.
Realm Shifter.
Hi. How are you doing today, everybody?
A bunch of cracked up kitties. And Seki.
Hello.
This week we watched Horimiya, the complete series. No season 2s this time. We escaped bullshit.
Yay!
Doesn't Horimiya have a full name?
Hori...
Yeah, it's like
Hori-san
Or
and...
To Miyamoto. And
Yeah.
It's shortened to Horimiya, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a combination of both their last names.
Hori-san to Miyamura-kun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact. This is, by the very loosest terms and technicalities, a remake. The series that came out recently.
Yeah, well, we didn't know that when we started watching
No, we
it.
didn't. And it's not a problem here. It's a pretty direct remake, and it's actually completing the series.
Yeah, so it's not super a problem that that's what happened. But for clarification, it's not remaking a full anime series. It's remaking a set of 6 OVAs, I think.
I actually, just for curiosity's sake, looked at the animation in them and listened to them. They're interesting. They're a lot more stylized.
Yeah.
But in this case, no, we're watching
But
the
they're also, like you said, I looked them up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is only 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And they were done by 4 different studios.
Yeah.
So, like, one studio did the first 2, and then another did the 3rd, and then another did the 4th and the 5th, and another did the 6th. None of which are the studio that does the current show.
Which is kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, because the current one is done by Cloverworks.
Yes.
And I don't know a whole ton about what Cloverworks does. Wow, you two chose now to be active. But, okay, so Cloverworks...
Cloverworks is done. They did the Babylonia anime for
They
Fate,
also did Darling in the Franxx and Persona 5.
which are their two, stinkers.
We've already seen one of their shows.
Yes.
We saw Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yep.
They also did the final season of Fairy Tail, Wonder Egg Priority, My Dress Up Darling, and Spy X Fam.
Ooh.
Yeah, they do some good stuff, and typically that studio's big issue is they start out really well, and then they tend to fumble the ball towards the end.
They also did the Solomon movie.
Yes. We know how many people on our channel watch Fate.
Including me. Some enterprising commenter made a comment on one of our Goblin Slayer videos, I think, and they were like, "It's so funny to see how much Seki vitriolically hated Fate back during these days, and then compare it to like the current Seki feeling for Fate, which is like, fuck yeah, Fate!" Like genuinely looking forward to new Fate submissions.
Yeah.
But so Cloverworks has done a lot of stuff. And pretty big names, honestly. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, in this case, the series that Horimiya is considered really good by a lot of fans. I think my problems, and I'll go and go right into my quick little thoughts here and my review of it. My thoughts are Horimiya is really good, especially at the beginning. As time goes on, though, I do think they should have spent a little bit more time adapting stuff or a little bit more time on some of their arcs, because then arcs start to go like episode by episode. And you could tell they speed up a little towards the end, and that's what I remember seeing online about it as well.
So it is, I will say, it is a fairly long series. Like, the manga itself is 16 volumes long.
You almost wish it would have gotten more of the Fruits Basket remake treatment, where they really let it play out over longer periods of time. Whereas here it feels like they introduced the conflict, they cut out a lot of the middle section and go to the end, which works. It's feel good, but you are missing a lot of what probably was at the depth of the characterizations.
Mm-hmm. It seems like they're... Oh, okay, so there was an original Horimiya manga, right? Published between 2007 and 2011.
Yeah.
Which was written and illustrated by Hiroki Adachi under the pseudonym Hiro. But the Horimiya manga that you see now at Barnes & Nobles and other places is actually a separate series illustrated by Daisuke Hagiwara, which was serialized from 2011 to 2021.
So there are two different Horimiya mangas.
There are 2 mangas, but I think they cover the exact same thing. They're just 2 different artists.
Kind of like the anime and the OVA.
A little bit, yeah, actually,
Yeah.
now that you say it. There's also an omake manga, which is very long. There's a lot of this omake manga.
But that said, I absolutely give this an approved. I think it's a heartwarming series, and it's generally just really pleasant to watch.
Also, guess what this has?
What?
A live action film and TV series.
I did hear about that. Is this film not out yet? Or the TV series not? I know one of them wasn't out yet.
The live action film and the TV series adaptation were announced in 2020, and the TV series is out, some of it.
Okay.
No, all of it's out. I've actually seen the first 2 episodes of the TV series.
Is it any good?
I really enjoyed it. This is the right type of anime to get a J-drama, because there's nothing magical, there's nothing fantastical. It's a school life show about, our main characters. And honestly, I think the adaptation was really, really good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this adaptation as well. It did actually, as Nick said, go a bit onto the end, ugh. But it's still improved for me, at least.
Well, yeah, I honestly give this one an improved as well. It was a very, very heartwarming series for me to see. Great rom-com. No will they, won't they bullshit. Just good, wholesome fun.
Yeah, from the moment that starts, they will.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that more in a minute, but...
It definitely gets an approved from me too. I thought that it was just a really sweet series. Like here's the thing. This is the kind of setup and story that I would expect to find on one of my fan fictions. This is what I'm looking for, right?
Yeah.
Confusion and misinterpretation, but actually friends to lovers.
Yes.
It was super cute and really fulfilling because you knew they were going to get together.
Yeah.
You weren't in any sort of limbo that something was going to happen.
They didn't try and pull some dumb shit to make the characters not get together. No, it was very apparent that they were going to get together, kind of no matter.
One thing the series definitely skips out on that's very good in its benefit is it just lacks that level of melodrama a lot of rom-coms like to fall into.
Yeah, I think that's to its benefit. There's not so much will they, won't they, oh my god, look at this other person coming in and interrupting the love story, oh my god, she thinks that the note was sent by this other character. There wasn't any of that.
Yeah, there wasn't really any
Well,
of that.
Not really.
But even then, they resolve it in a pretty normal way.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that more. I do have some thoughts on some of the conflicts that pop up
Yeah.
more in depth.
So I think next thing to cover is music. And I want to start music by saying I absolutely adored the opening.
Yeah, I like it too.
I actually listened to the opening every time. It was wonderful.
I think when we first watched it, because I watched when it was airing, you and I watched it together. You actually didn't care for the OP the first time. I think you felt it was a little out of tone.
I think I wasn't really paying attention very well. I paid attention more watching it this time, and I really enjoyed the OP.
Yeah.
The music fit, but I like more the slang animations of the OP more.
The OP animation was
music.
good. I like the cliche as it is. I like the thing where they just assign each character a color, and then you see the color and you know which character they're
That's
talking
anime
about.
in general. Though.
I know it's cliche, but I do like it.
Now, I didn't watch the OP every time. I did enjoy it, but what I stopped to do a couple of times throughout the series was actually see, because I don't remember. I'd have to go back. I'd have to watch a couple more episodes just to compare them side by side. But I think the OPs had some slight alterations, as they went on.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly. I think at least one alteration, for example, that stood out to me, at least in my mind, was there was this one shot of Miyamura-kun. He's just standing in the mirror looking at himself. And I think in the first OP episode he had a frown, but in the further episodes as it gets longer into it, he starts smiling. It's just a minor detail that I think I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Fun fact: I actually watched the dub this time.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
the
was
dub
the dub?
is-
The dub was really good, actually.
I did not watch
Yeah.
the dub, not at all.
It was I thought I was going to watch it a few times because, to be honest here, I had some things come out. I wanted to do other things while doing that. A little bit of side questing in a video game where I pay more attention to the anime in the game, but I wanted to be able to not look at the anime all the time. Beside the point. But when I was watching it, I didn't intend to continue it that way, even because I did intend to actually watch parts of it just straight directly. No, the dub was really good, actually. I ended up sticking through it the entire way through.
So, I looked up the person who did the music because I was curious. So it's Masaru Yokoyama, who's done some of the things that you guys do recognize, like Nobunaga Concerto, Your Lie in April, Yamada-kun and the Seven Wishes, Plastic Memories, a couple of the Gundams. They did, and I think Fate Apocrypha.
Oh, wow.
I think it's the same person who did Fate. Yep, there it is. Fate Apocrypha. It's the same person.
That's interesting. I would
Also
not guess that.
also the 2019 Fruits Basket and Classroom of the Elite Season 2.
Oh.
Yeah, which is coming out.
Right now as we're recording this.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And they've done some, films and other TV series, but like, we know a lot of the stuff they've done, which is interesting because I feel like sometimes I don't necessarily recognize, but like this definitely felt familiar, and I can say now that that's definitely because of Fruits Basket and a couple of these other shows I named.
See, the biggest thing that I remember the soundtrack for on that list is Fate Apocrypha. And that does surprise me that it was the same person. Just thinking about the soundtracks here.
Yeah. That makes sense. I wouldn't have associated the person who made this music with Fate, but,
You've also never seen that specific Fate.
I have not seen that specific Fate series.
Like, I know that Fate series has a specific sound to it, a specific approach to music that I didn't see here, but then again, very different type of show, whereas I can see how something like Fruits Basket would sound a little bit more like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like wasn't the tone of that show very much more different from like some of the other normal Fates as well?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, so honestly, I really like the animation quality and I like the music. I thought it all went well together. Like, it was a nice package deal. Like, the show was fun, the animation was good, the music went with it. I will say, I didn't really notice a whole lot of the music outside of the opening and ending.
True. It's a very...
But I think that was because a lot of it was just kind of like quiet and calm in the background.
Yeah, it's not a very... That's kind of what I meant when I was like, I don't recognize Fate Apocrypha. Because Fate Apocrypha is very in your face about the music. This one is not at all.
Yeah.
The most I can remember from music that I noticed sticking out to me was during those like emotional scenes, but I'll talk about those more later.
Yeah. So I think with that being said, we'll move on to story and characters so we can get to some of our favorite parts and some of our less favorite parts. So we'll see you back here in a few days. Like, comment, subscribe.
Bye.